When one is job hunting or when one is looking for opportunities, definitely reaching out to potential employers is a sign of proactiveness and professionalism. At least that's what I believe. And today I'm just going to talk about maybe the 5 tips that I would encourage somebody who decides to say, Flo, I want to apply to companies, but then it's not showing on their websites that they've put out adverts, maybe on Indeed or on a specific job search engine. But I have got their email, I've got their contacts. Is it okay for me to send emails or to send maybe an expression of interest, as I would like to call it? So today I want to encourage somebody to say that's actually a sign of proactiveness and professionalism and also confidence in your skills, competence, and ability. So guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Florence, and on this channel we talk about opportunities in the diaspora, life in the diaspora. And I'm in the UK. I came to the UK 2 years ago on a skilled worker visa. That's why I'm big on opportunities. That's why I'm big on career progression and growth in the diaspora, because I've seen it, I've experienced it, I'm learning along the way, and come, let's learn together, guys. So in these few tips that I want to share with you, there's only just 5 that I want to focus on, though there is quite a lot, and I'll be referencing to my own personal experiences as well, because I mean, if you followed my story, if you've watched some of my videos, I actually mentioned to say when I was serious with applying to come to the UK, I would apply like 30 to 50 applications a day. So these are some of the tips that I want to share with you. So the first one is at least research and target your approach. What do I mean by that? What I did when I was applying to move to the UK, my focus was on coming to the UK as a healthcare worker. And part and parcel of the things that I was looking at, I'd realized that there's a lot of opportunities in the domiciliary sector, which is the home care sector. So that was my target, that was my focus. And I knew I had nearly all the qualities, nearly all the qualifications that would actually increase my chances of securing a job. So it's important for one to research and target your approach. Make sure you target companies that you genuinely want to work for and where your skills are a good fit. Take the time to understand their business and take the time to understand what they would look for if they were to employ somebody. That can increase your chances of really getting absorbed or getting engaged or actually securing an interview with a potential organization. The second tip that I want to share with you is personalizing each email or each message that you send. Avoid sending a one-size-fits-all, a generic email to everyone else. Make sure it's tailor-made to suit that organization. Address them specifically, highlighting why you are interested in their company. Guys, I use this one all the time. I even used it when I was applying to the NHS in my supporting statement. I took the time to actually like mention the trust that I was applying to, and the hospital in particular that I was applying to. So it's very, very important. It shows you've put thought, you've put a bit of you in there, you've put a bit of effort into it instead of just like sending a one size fits all. So it's very, very important that you could be having your own maybe that one email, but then as you are sending it to different companies, different organizations, you change in a few things. You throw in their name, you throw in what they stand for, their vision and everything. This adds an extra touch to everything. Also mention any knowledge of the company's recent projects or growth or missions that can have a positive impression. Absolutely. I mean, they will be thrilled to say, oh, this person actually knows about what we do. This person actually cares about what we do as an organization, and they may go on to hire you. The third thing that I want to talk about is be very concise and professional. Keep your email very brief but impactful, clearly stating who you are, your skills, and the type of role you are seeking. I always say this to say, do not shy away from showcasing yourself. When you write an email or when you write a cover letter, it's a chance to showcase your skills. It's a chance to sell yourself. It's a chance to pitch who you are, to pitch your potential, to pitch what you can bring to the organization. So do a good job with this one, and also portray yourself as a very professional individual. A few lines about how your expertise could benefit their team can actually encourage them to consider you for future opportunities or to consider you for an interview. So always seek to bring something to the team. What is it that you can bring? What is it that you can add to the team? What is it that and this can be in terms of skills, this can be in terms of personality, this can be in terms of what you can add to the culture, your understanding of the culture in that organization, and how you're going to relate to the whole team or to the whole organization and their goals. This can go a long way. So there's a lot of dimensions that you can explore as far as what you bring to an organization is concerned. But also remember to keep it very brief and professional. The fourth thing I want to talk about is attach a well-crafted resume or cover letter. Include a resume and a cover letter tailored to the specific field and department. I cannot overemphasize the fact that your cover letter is a chance for you to showcase yourself, to sell yourself, and to give them an idea of who you are personally, professionally, and competence-wise and skills-wise. So do a good job with that one. In your cover letter also, you should make it easy for them to see how you could fit within the organization. This one we cannot overemphasize, to say where do you stand as far as their goals are concerned, where do you stand as far as their vision, their mission is concerned. The fifth, which is not last but not least, is you've done everything. You've done everything that we've mentioned above. Follow up thoughtfully. If you don't receive a response, a polite follow-up email after a couple of weeks can sometimes open a door. But always be respectful of their time and decisions. Guys, it's very, very important. And there's nothing wrong with writing a follow-up email to say, oh, I wrote to you a few weeks ago, expressing interest in this job role or in this position within your organization. I was just checking to see if my email got to you or anything. But make sure you're coming out respectfully and professionally. Because I mean, a few months ago, I came across an email that was coming from an organization who were actually highlighting how some overseas workers had gone on to bash them as to why they had not engaged them. So we don't expect that. If you're watching this video, guys, it's not the behavior that we expect. Guys, there are opportunities out there that we can actually grab. So the onus is on you to take the initiative to reach out to employers, to future and potential employers, and this can show that you're motivated and genuinely interested in the organization, which can work to your advantage. Guys, one of the things that I always emphasize when you are writing or when you're expressing interest is the fact that show genuineness, show genuine interest in the job itself. Why do I say that? This is to answer, if you're here and you've watched some of my videos, there's somebody who said to me, Flo, you've sent a link or you've sent a job link. Do they offer sponsorship? I wouldn't know, the same way you wouldn't know, because some of these organizations, they do not write on their websites what they offer. They will discuss with you when you become successful. So one of the tips or one of the things that I always say and encourage people to do is your focus should be on securing an interview. Your focus should be on ensuring a job offer. And then you can ask about the other things later on. I always encourage people to say, apply. And especially when you're applying to organizations within the UK, apply to them. If you get an invite to the UK, that's not the time for you to ask if they offer sponsorship or anything. Wait, go to an interview. And I always say to people, do not ask whether or not they offer sponsorship in the interview. Wait a little bit. When they respond to you and say, congratulations, you've been successful. Now, here is the contract and we want you to start by such and such a date. Then that's when you can say to them, oh, it's unfortunate, I cannot start on such a date because I already work for a certain employer and I would require sponsorship. I did it, guys, and I'll just quickly share with you my story. So when I applied to the NHS, it did not state whether or not they were offering sponsorship. So what did I do? I just applied, and by that time I was just applying to every other advert that I was seeing. So I got an invite and I went to this interview. I was excited, so I went to the interview and I performed to the best of my abilities. And they said to me, we will respond to you in maybe the next day, because we're interviewing a lot of candidates. So I went home, and the next day, true to their word, they rang me and said, congratulations, Florence. We can't wait for you to join our team. And so we would like for you to come for induction on such and such a date. And I said to them, oh, it's unfortunate I can't do that because I already work for somebody. They said, no, but I said, but that's the thing. That's how it works. But because maybe, this is me thinking, maybe, or maybe this is me faithing, maybe they'd already realized what I was bringing to the team. They'd already realized my potential through the interview that I attended, and they could not let me go. So they said, okay, don't worry, we'll speak to recruitment and sort something out. And guys, the rest is history. Now I do work for the NHS with sponsorship. So some of these things, you need to be strategic, you need to be tactful, you need to have a strategy and a formula to the way you do everything that you do. Guys, that's all I had for you today, and I do wish you all the best in your job hunt, and I'll see you in our next video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Bye.